are here at Ultimate Moves, one of our favorite events for the summer of chess. We right here see our founder of the chess club, Rex Sinquefield. And I'm Jennifer Chahadi. I'm in the studio with Yaz and Christian. Right here we have Rex's foe, Randy Sinquefield. Of course, that's Rex's son, the founder of Spectrum Studios. Ultimate Moves is all about Rex and Randy having some fun with the best players in the world.
I'm in a giggly mode right now, so excuse me during the show if I break out into laughter. This is fun. This is where the players just get together, relax, trash talk to the best of their abilities, and play the ultimate contest, father and son.
That's absolutely right, Yaz. We don't have Jeannie Sinquefield in the mix, but if we did, it would just be a wipeout.
It would be over. It'd be over.
So we have Rex versus Randy. Rex wearing the red shirt, of course. And we have Team Rex. These are the players that Rex recruited for this epic matchup, including Fabiano Caruana, Wesley So, Sergei Karjakin, Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, Shaq Mamedyarov, and Peter Svidler, who's been our Russian commentator. A lot of people have been saying they want to see more of Peter. Well, you get your chance today.
Absolutely.
And we have Team Randy. Well, look who has joined the fray in St. Louis, Yaz.
Magnus Carlsen is in town.
That's right. World champion Magnus Carlsen in town, specifically for Ultimate Moves. There's nothing else he's doing here, right?
Of course.
And we also have Hikaru Nakamura, Levon Aronian, Vachier-Lagrave, the legend, Alex Grischuk, and Linear Dominguez.
Gold medal winning Olympiad teams on both sides. And the format, Jennifer.
Well, the way this will work is we're going to have 6 games of a game 5 with a 5-second increment. After 5 moves, the teams rotate players. So we're going to see the same players face off again and again as the game goes on. The games will begin every 20 minutes, so we're looking at about a couple hours of fun here. And we also have Christian Carrillo with some insights. He's been stolen away from the Kingside Diner. Welcome to the show, Christian.
Thanks, guys. I'm super excited to be here with you, and I'm very, very excited about this team matchup. Who's going to be the dominant Sinquefield? But most importantly, who's going to win between Magnus and Fabiano? We're going to see this today. We're going to see this on the 25th of August in the Sinquefield Cup when they meet before London, which is going to be in November, and is going to be the biggest event of the year. So I'm definitely looking forward to feel that competitive edginess between the two of them.
Absolutely,
it's going to be a lot of fun.
Every time that Magnus is at the table, Fabiano will be right next to him, which is wonderful for our photographers, Leonard and Austin.
Offsetting one another.
That's right.
I mean, but
let's go to Maurice Ashley, who's upstairs to kick things off at Ultimate Moves.
Well, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, who passed away today, sadly, at the age of 76, used to sing R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Well, there's going to be no respect between the players today as Rex and his son Randy go at it in the Ultimate Moves. And Rex, I know you don't like to lose to Randy in anything. What are your thoughts about this game today, this match today?
I feel sorry for him, for the whole team over there. I mean, they're good players, but not today.
We got the trash talking started already. Randy, you know your father well, and you know that's how he rolls. What are your thoughts about the match today?
I think the tide's about to change. We're due for a win, and Magnus is back. I think I won the first year with Magnus on my team, so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
All right, the Sinquefields are
superstitious.
The Sinquefields are excited. The players look calm and relaxed. We expect their best trash talking to happen during the competition. We're going to have a lot of fun naturally. Let's get all the action started right now.
hearty handshake to begin this epic match.
All right, predictions, guys. Who do you get?
I'm taking Rex's team. I'm his chess coach.
Well, yeah, I mean, but does he have the endurance? That's what everybody wants to know.
Magnus, you're here. Welcome to St. Louis, first of all. What are your thoughts about this matchup?
Can he withstand?
Well, looks good so far.
Well, it looks like Magnus is talking right now.
I'm excited to get back in the game.
I think you're next in this position, so Magnus up. Hikaru, your thoughts?
It looks very normal so far. I was expecting something a bit more unorthodox. This looks too traditional.
Are you
real game?
Well, it looks given good words so far. Let's get Fabi, you're on the other side. What are your thoughts about your position right now?
Really hoping for bishop f7, but maybe another player would have picked it.
Are you criticizing your own teammate?
No, bishop a2 is a perfectly good move. I was just hoping for some more fireworks, but I'm sure we'll find some.
And Peter, you were a commentator during the event, during the Rapid and Blitz. Now you're a player. What are your thoughts about sitting in on the fun?
I'm not enjoying any of this. Yeah, I need to be back in the basement. What am I doing here?
Peter, we have a space
All
for
right.
you.
Well, we have two other players coming up.
Here, out of the basement, as he put it. He was the Russian commentator for our Rapid and Blitz stream, up against Hikaru
Let's not
Nakamura.
forget, he's also the Russian champion, so he's not out of the game. He still has some skin in the game.
8 times?
And
Levon, you're looking pensive. What are your thoughts?
Well, this is my opening. I'm just looking at them, and I mean the class that they're producing, especially from the white side, is extraordinary. I'm very proud of the white players. To get this position so early on, it's an achievement.
A little bit of sarcasm I sense there.
Don't we know it? Yeah.
What are your thoughts about Levon's response? You guys are good friends.
Well, I mean, he has a right to admire white players. I actually respect black's play so far. I mean, but one thing is the time control is definitely too slow. I'm getting bored.
All right.
Gained any advantage for the white players?
I don't know about the position, but what intrigued me was Wesley behind Fabiano. Did you see how he was stalking him almost?
I missed that. Ooh, potential tactic on the A file.
And you were saying that Magnus is going to meet Fabiano, but it seems like they challenged that decision.
Exactly.
And they're not going to face each other. They don't want to do that today. They want to wait until August 25th.
Keep us waiting, indeed. But of course, Levon was mocking the fact that White got nothing out of the opening, and I got to give credit to Team Randy, because last year Team Randy had a lot of issues in the opening, and it seems like he worked on that part of his game and doing a lot better today.
The training is paying off.
That's right. But we'll see when they come back for their next moves, because then the
Whoa.
pressure will truly be on.
But what was this?
What?
This was a pawn sacrifice. What the heck? Oh, queen takes d3 94 was the great idea, I suppose. But
Appreciate
When's
heavy sacrificing pawns.
When's Rex and Randy coming in? That's what I'm interested
After they
in.
go throh the whole rotation, so
Okay,
I
so we
suspect it'll be around move 30 or so.
We have Maxime.
6 players, yeah. Six grandmasters for each squad.
I see
Sweet and
Grischuk
a
in
generous
the back.
person.
Sneaky.
Trying to sneak around.
Not to appreciate it.
Should be move 35.
Okay. We need to mic these players.
Well, what do you think about this pawn sacrifice?
I think it was needed. I mean, it's a sacrifice that we will benefit from.
Levon explaining that the sacrifice was needed.
Don't believe anything he says today.
I know, exactly.
Never trust Levon.
Okay, black's pawns have been shattered, but it's an extra one.
And I think the knight is just going to reroute to e5.
Uh-oh, now we've got MVL.
MVL pointed out.
The French versus the Armenian squad.
Time to blunder.
MVL's never been on the losing team, yes.
Serious? I want that guy on my team.
Rex, you guys are down the corner right now. How are you feeling about it?
And let's remember, last year
Oh, it was well invested. It was a good investment. We'll see.
You know about investments. I know you like the world of business.
You know?
He's just trying to be nice, yes. He's like, why did these dumb players mess up my position?
Exactly. Boy, there's a rook d5. Will MVL see it as he goes up against 9 times world champion, by the way, Vachier-Lagrave? He did see it. I asked Vichy at dinner last night. I said, I've been misinforming everybody that you're a 5-time world champion. And he said, and I said, that's not true. How many world championships? He said he won the World Junior. He's won the Fisher Random World Championship. He's won the Blitz. He's won the Rapid. There's not a title in the chess world that he has not won.
I like what Bishop is doing. I like the move knight b7, open up the a file, put the bishop, force the bishop on b1, which is not a very strong diagonal. And right now he's trying to control the e file. And I think he's going to do it. And the rook on b5, despite the fact that it's attacking the pawn on c5, he's not doing anything else. So I like what Anand is doing.
And he's reducing the amount of material in the position.
Potentially so maybe rook e5 now.
So that when Rex and Randy get back to the board, their decisions will be a lot easier.
The two Russians getting in.
Sergey on the white side of a pawn down ending. He's not happy.
Wesley, if I may get a thought, you guys are down a pawn right now. Not looking good?
Yeah, but Sergey is the king of defense. We're gonna hold it. Okay, fine. As long as it doesn't lose on time, you're gonna save this one.
It's your first time in this competition. What are you feeling about this position? You haven't even gotten a chance to play yet.
Oh, first, I hope I will play some moves. If I will play every time last, okay. I need to play some moves, yeah. Okay.
I wonder if they're going to switch out and maybe be the last one to play, or maybe never get to play.
So we have Mamedyarov and Lanier left in the rotation, I think. And I like what Black is doing, creating this sort of blockade with the knight on d6, supported by the structure.
This is a big moment. Should he play b5, b4 before allowing white that opportunity? And he's done it. I thought that was a good move. That knight keeps white's king kind of boxed in.
He's a pretty decent player.
They are. They really are.
And by the way, we are trying to get you the mics when the players start talking, but when they're not talking, we're filling in. So we're going to do our best for everybody watching.
We get some of the at-the-board trash talking.
Now, would you ever play f5 and put the king on f6, or is that just a bad strategical decision?
I definitely put the pawn on h6. And he decided for f5.
I've said much worse than this.
Black's idea is very clear. He wants to rush his king into the center. He's looking to play king e5.
Now we're going some Russian trash talking happen right now.
King f4, and then potentially we're going to see a break with c4. After careful preparation, we have to put the pawn on h6, get that pawn off the light square, and then at the right moment play c4.
And the white team may go down a bishop in such a case.
Well,
Lanier.
not yet. Not yet. We have Rex and Randy coming up.
We have a
big decision for Shaq here as he's bending the pawn down. And he stopped c4, but he's allowed this
And Rex and Randy will be joining the fray in a few moves.
But fortunately, Randy's turning.
Shaq there. He made it.
I mean, who else would play g4? Who else would play g4? He's playing g4 every single game.
Yeah, it's his trademark.
g4 or g5, if he's on the black side.
As we've been seeing in the Rapid and Blitz, g4 was the trademark move of Shaq. Can't stop himself.
No.
But what do you think, Jennifer? He's going to take the pawn.
Wesley sounds like he's counting on Randy to come back in this.
C4
2 more moves.
Ooh. Lanier finding a really nice way of advancing his passer. Team Randy loving it.
Yeah, you gotta calculate.
I don't know. That's up to the arbiter. I'm not involved in the rules.
Arbiter Boyd Reed, toughest job of the week, probably.
No kidding. Gonna have to
One more, right?
win the players.
Is he done? White done?
Yeah, I think.
In everyone's okay. Rex has got to get in there, fight against the Grandmaster.
So what if I just take on G4? King takes G4 and then play the
Are you nervous that Randy's going to sit down now?
No, not at all. I think he's really been working on his chess, and no, I'm pretty confident.
Very good shot left.
Why is that?
No, because I think he almost saved the game.
Ooh, almost saved the game. Whoa, big time move there. Knight D6. Whoa, not going for any races. Wow. So Rex can, ooh! And Randy's back. Now he's got the chance to take the knight and go into a king and pawn game. That's a dead win for the black side.
Knight takes f5, G takes f5, B3, and the pawn cannot be stopped.
Ooh.
Indeed.
And
there
there he
it
goes. And it's all over but the shouting now. Big applause because Randy promoted his pawn to a queen before pressing the clock, not falling for the Sinquefield blunder.
Although, apparently, according to Arbiter Crispr, that no longer is an application. It's only a warning now.
Oh, it's not an immediate forfeit. Okay. Rex is about to give it up. Looking for a handshake.
He has the technique to finish this one off. And Peter concedes. The win goes to Randy's team first game. Magnus, you didn't have to do much work to finish that off.
No, I think Randy did almost everything. So he brought it home.
Well, Randy did bring it home. Randy, how are you feeling? Let's get Randy. How are you feeling finishing that one off?
I told you the tides have changed. Tides have turned, babe. I'm feeling good, so let's do this. I'm ready for more.
Victory number one goes to Team Randy. And Rex, I got to get a word from you. That was not your best effort.
No, but, we're warming up. It's going to get better.
All right, guys.
Prior years, but didn't do any good.
1-0 to Randy. We'll throw it back to you.
Well, let's take a look at the standings after that epic blunder.
Well, it's 1-0, and
Randy.
Team Randy wins. Team Randy is coming off a 3-year losing streak, so this is his chance.
Exactly.
And getting off with a bang, with a victory, it's key. White got nothing in that game, nothing out of the opening. They actually ended up in a much worse position, and then, of course, the blunder, which gave White no chance.
Yeah, it was a smooth performance. The training, I spoke to Randy before the match. He told me that 12 months, of intense workout, and he was ready. And Fabi, with that pawn sacrifice, that never paid off. That was awful. What was he thinking? That wasn't on Rex. That was terrible. Christian, that key moment, you got it up on your board. Show us where it went wrong for Team Rex.
No, absolutely. 92 is just an inviting move in this position. Of course, you're suffering a little bit as White. You don't have as much space, and the bishop on A2 is quite secluded. But you should probably play this move knight to A3 and try to finish this development this way, not knight D2. Knight D2 is just inviting this grabbing of a pawn, and simply put, you don't have enough compensation. And I'm going to give it to Team Randy. They made a wonderful job out of their extra pawn, so kudos to them.
Pretty impressive, and Levon said that he really appreciated the white team play, and as he captured the pawn with delight.
And let's go up to Maurice Ashley and get a game 2 kicked off.
Well, the players are excited. At least one team is. I get a thought on the first game from Levon Aronian.
This was a very, very good game played by Randy, and we're just executing his plans. I think we succeeded.
And on the other side, we get a thought from Fabiano Caruana. That wasn't the best effort.
Yeah, it didn't go too well from the opening. Unfortunately, we gave Rex an unsalvageable situation. But 96 was the star move of the game. That was very, very good.
All right, well, the action's about to start. Let's get ready for game 2.
And they're underway. Is that an English opening?
It is.
Oh, man, your Grunfeld that you've been teaching Rex to play, he can't play his Grunfeld. Well, he's got his fianchetto going for him.
Yeah, he also plays the accelerated line of the Sicilian
Oh,
dragon.
so he's going to be feeling comfortable as Rex out of this opening.
I feel the preparation. I think these guys have specifically prepared for this battle.
The Maroxy
Yes.
bind by Randy, that was impressive. D4.
Great choice by Randy.
Now he got
Well played by Rex as
and
well.
Magnus is going to be very pleased having the light side of a Maroxy. Big smile on his face.
Hikaru, we're seeing some classical positions coming from the very beginning.
Yeah, Randy's like been studying chess every day. I think he wants to. He's ready for the classical event now. He wants to play.
Randy, you've gotten 2 great positions so far for your players. What's the deal? Usually you've made a slight off move already.
Yeah, that was experimenting last year. I think this year we'll just keep it by the book.
There's no point doing unconventional stuff because he's not going to appreciate it. So.
Vichy getting into the trash talking as well there, Jennifer?
Vichy's great.
I know. Bishop E2 stopping that knight G4 idea. I like that smooth castling there by the world champion. Shaq studying his options. Things have quieted down. I really expected more trash talking at this point.
Well, you know, they're in a deep think.
Deep.
How to continue. And I think they changed the strategy as well.
They mixed up the lineup, right?
Yes, yes. It was Wesley. It was Wesley who was second last game. Now it's Mamedyarov. So.
And I'm not sure, but it looked like Magnus was consulting with Randy on that last decision.
Are they allowed to do that?
I don't think so. I mean, you know.
Well,
Magnus
the arbiter
looking for a little help.
The arbiter potentially could
We haven't heard from you too much yet. What are your thoughts about this experience? I believe it's your first time in this.
No, I played last year.
Oh, yeah, you did play. That's right. You didn't make any blunders, so I don't remember.
No, I mean, it's, I think we're doing great so far. I mean, especially Randy's play, I think it's been as good as any other member of the team. So it's an important part in our victory. So let's see how it goes.
Wow.
Randy Sinquefield, the star of the show so far.
Good team member Lanier saying Randy's playing as good as everybody else on the team. It has felt to me like Fabby's the weak link thus far, though. I mean, blundering that pawn in game 1. Right, Christian?
No, absolutely. That was just an abysmal
unforgivable
mistake. Yeah.
All this preparation for ultimate moves.
And it all comes down to a blunder of a pawn by the challenger. I'm shocked. Knight A3. Played as if he was happy to make such a move.
Do you think we're going to see more of Randy and Rex? Like maybe an extra turn for this game?
Yeah, well, it's a slow maneuver. Ooh, Queen A5. I was about to say slow maneuvering. No more slow maneuvers after that move.
Once again, very inviting move. Potentially Knight D5. Queen B3, I like that move.
Gotta watch for Bishop B6.
Big threat. Big threat.
Bishop B6. Will Sergey overlook that his queen is being threatened with a trap?
No, he'll go Queen C7. or something like that.
He'll back up.
Or what else is there?
I think his intention had been to play b5.
I think he's considering it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To sacrifice the pawn and get the initial.
And he's done it.
He's done it. Yeah.
He's visibly shaken.
Is that a good move though? If you have enough conversation. Let's just say I take, and then I take with the knight.
I was like 4-10 down, so...
In case of takes, bishop e6 perhaps. I don't know. It's doubtful.
That is a good move.
And Levon is in.
What do I make of this?
Leslie Jones.
Yes.
I can see you in a tight-fitting shirt like that one, Yasser. A Hawaiian shirt like that one.
Okay. Wesley eyeballing his options after this recap.
Charlie, you weren't here good yourself. You weren't here good yourself.
Yeah, time. Not this time. Try to keep it simple.
What do you think, Jen? Is Rex satisfied with his opening position with the black pieces?
I think he's satisfied, yeah. I mean, I think the position's okay for black.
Before.
Yeah. You like this type of
Bishop A4.
counterattacking?
Oh, works.
You're tricking me. We can't expect too much from you. Don't win with a piece up, so...
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Problem is the clock. I think black is used a lot more time than white. Big problem when the Sinquefields drop back in. You want to give them a lot of cushion.
Exactly. But this move, rook b8, is set up.
I think I'll play that next one b4.
No, it's not gonna happen.
I think we still
Play
have
knight
around
c2, play b4.
20 moves until Rex and Randy step in.
Rotate in.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You need to think in advance.
Yeah.
My plans.
Very modest move, h3.
He's trying to go f4 and control the square g4. Knight c4.
And
Wow.
knight c4 popping in. I thought rook c2 was the move to stop this move, knight c4. But Levon essayed that he didn't need to play it.
Peter, this game is rich and intense. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, this one, probably because I haven't played yet, we seem to be doing a lot better than the previous one.
Are you excited by this kind of position?
Well, I'm hoping all the work will be done by the time I'm there, so go Wesley, go or something.
I think Devon used the word shake about her face. This looks like his face right now.
What?
We're up on time, so.
That's right.
You can't have everything against.
So the question is, do we need bishop a4, rook b2? I think that rook's going to land.
I just like rook takes b2, bishop takes c4, bishop b5, exchange that light square bishop, and then attack the pawn on a2.
That's a
look
great
better and
rook on
better.
a2. It's crashed into white's camp.
It's amazing.
I think that's...
Oh wait, so I played my...
You're
Levon, your thoughts on the state of affairs right now?
Nine-time world champion.
I've missed knight c4, but we have survived, and probably it will be a draw.
You realize the Sinquefields will be back, right?
Sorry?
You realize the Sinquefields will be back.
Yeah, of course. I mean, but we have space advantage, so I think Randy likes to have the space.
I mean, we are pressing. We have more time, more space, better players,
talent.
better players.
More time, more space, better players. Suggest Sasha.
Going under the 2-minute mark.
Uh-oh, big trouble
So
on the clock.
rook f2 is quite an interesting move, because now if you take on c4, I'm going to take your rook first.
That was the trick.
I think that was the trick.
And now,
What if we just take the bishop and then take the pawn on a2?
on a2 at the end.
Yeah, I think that's an extra pawn. Oh, actually you have rook a4.
That is
A4 at the end. To regain the pawn on A6.
exactly.
That's
Fabiano looking, can he snare a pawn for his team? And he's done it. He's taken the bishop, he's taken the pawn, rook A4, as you prescribed, and there's a rook C8. Wow.
Who's next?
H5 was a surprise.
Yeah, he thought he was going to go rook C8. As Peter Svidler is back in chat.
No. This is exactly what it is not like.
That was a very good move. Difficult position for white. White desperate to get any major piece off. A queen trade or rook trade will reduce the losing chances in the position. So expecting rook to B8.
Not yet, yeah. White is overextended.
See the intensity of the players. They know this is a crucial part of the game, and he has traded.
I still like black, to be honest. I think
Still
the
like
king is
black.
safer. The king is safer.
Right.
That's key.
That is good. But
Without the rooks.
but with 1 minute less on the clock, that could be a problem when the Sinquefield step in. So Maxime's got to look to play quick moves, good moves quickly.
So 2 minutes and 35 seconds for Team Rex. No, Team Randy. And then we have 1 minute and 23 seconds for Team Rex.
And then the Randy started with the white pieces and essayed him a rook C9 against Team Rex.
And black outplayed white.
Exactly.
I think so. Still, no weaknesses. You know, Randy is safe, I want to say.
And we're up on time.
Both Rex and Randy are safe as of now.
Right.
If the position gets a bit too complicated, but then we can discuss. But right now, there's no weaknesses. I'm considering G4, by the way.
I like the move G4 to give your king a little space.
There it is.
And there it is. You can set up with your queen on E2, your king on D2, and you got a fortress.
Yes.
Mixed feelings about this move, though, considering the fact that Randy's coming in a little bit more complex.
Ooh.
Whoa, speaking of which.
Complexity ramped higher with this bold thrust.
If you lose one more, you think that will help. Very direct, huh?
Levon, your thoughts about this last one?
Well, it's very much in style of Maxime when he is injured. I don't know if he is, but it's something he would do.
Well, I think he's losing a piece after F4.
It's his move.
King G2 was answered, but you're right. There was an
The board has exploded. Your thoughts?
You cannot take.
You'll be in soon after the Sinquefield.
Yeah, well, it hasn't exploded yet, but it's still pretty quiet.
Going under a minute, Team Rex.
Ooh. Rex and Randy are going to be under the gun in no time here.
Yeah, Maxime is definitely injured.
Take on H5. He's done it.
Wait, Mac, what when did
Take a lot of time. That was not very good of me.
Fighting back.
Seconds on the clock.
Okay. You're piped.
50 seconds for Rex and a minute and a half for Randy, who's now thinking.
Wow.
But he tends to play pretty fast, does Randy? I mean, they both do. That's usually not their issue.
That wasn't the greatest part.
Queen G4 seems like a
Very
prime
suggestive.
decision right now.
Yeah, a very
It's the second time he did that.
There it is.
There we go. Whoa!
He's playing
Randy's in
amazing
great
chess.
form.
Amazing chess.
Whoa!
Randy definitely trained. always training.
Bishop f6 quickly by Rex Sinquefield.
Now h4.
Now, because of that extra h-pawn in the position for white, we like the move h4, as Christian has suggested. Will Randy find it?
And you see Randy rubbing his hands, you know, showing signs of confidence.
A little gleeful expression on his face.
What about trying to insert him?
And he's done it!
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I think the grandmasters are in awe. That's why they're so quiet.
King h6, good move. Good move.
Well played this game by both Sinquefields.
Oh my goodness. Now, if Randy comes up with,
I'm a little bit worried about
King
Queen
f3.
f5.
Ooh, there's been a trade.
Queen e6, you got to be careful with Rex.
And he's
done
found
Queen
it.
e6.
But then you can just take the pawn.
Well, will he...
Just take the pawn.
I was about to say, I think he was afraid that his king was going to get exposed.
I think Queen f7 is game over right now. Yes, sir. That's
Queen f7 to be a checkmate on the board. Oh, he's played Queen g4.
Friendly mate on g6.
A potential repeat of the position with Bishop g5.
I think this is Rex's last move. Don't blunder checkmate, Rex. Don't blunder checkmate.
Queen g6 is a visual.
I think Rex sees it, but
he's up against
no!
Queen Anyone who wants to play that.
There is the mate. Well played by Randy.
And what was Rex doing?
Magnus, if I may on camera, you keep following all his good moves.
I know. It's the best job there is.
Randy, you must feel awesome. You won it twice for your team.
I can't believe we have such a solid lead. I'm a lot more comfortable. I hope Gary's watching at home. Very, very far from here.
Rex, you took that one on the chin. How's it feeling?
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, Team Rex is going to have to come back. They're down 0-2, but there's still 4 games to play, so we'll see what they can do.
Thank you, Maurice. Oh, where's the training? What have you done to our Rex? Poor Jennifer. Our standings.
Let's see the standings. It's 0-2. Team Randy on top. Big comeback needed for Rex. And with the white pieces this game, the pressure's on.
Oh, no question about it. And I mean, Randy's just been playing great. I mean, he found some really wonderful moves. And Christian, what can you say?
I'm afraid the broom is ready, guys.
It's
We're going
to
see a sweep 4-0. It seems like Team Rex is demoralized at the moment. Despite the fact that Rex played some pretty decent moves, Randy was just bouncing and pouncing and playing amazing moves, creating threats absolutely at every stage of the game. And I think that was key in this matchup. I'm looking forward to see whether Team Rex can bounce back.
And you got the key moment on the board behind you, that move F5 by MVL.
Yes,
absolutely. Blew open the game and turned it around completely for...
Yes, absolutely. And I want to point out a very important moment. I'm trying to find the move F5. There it is. In this position, White actually had this amazing tactic, F4. Now, this pawn is taboo, because if you take it, I'm going to go bishop to D4. I'm going to... give a double attack and your queen is going to be lost. Instead of that, you can potentially play the move bishop f6, but now unfortunately after g5 your bishop has run out of space. He doesn't have anywhere to move and he's going to be lost. White is going to be winning, but of course, you know.
But look at this lineup of talent. Very, 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 very happy.
I'm feeling good at 2-0, and let's go up to Maurice Ashley to get game 3 kicked off.
All right, well, we have a situation. Randy is up 2-0. The team, Rex, will have to come back. Peter, what is it going to take?
Well, possibly playing somewhat better, but I'm not sure.
Our goal is to win the next 3 games.
That is correct.
And let's get Alex. What are your thoughts on how you're doing so far and them winning the next 3?
Not going to happen.
All right, those are fighting words. Let's get started.
All right.
And they're underway for game 3, the ultimate moves.
And another Roy Lopez, why not? I think is what we're going to see. Bishop b5 indeed.
Rex has been really practicing. He looks like he's been studying this Rui Lopez. What's gotten into him?
He loves the Roy Lopez.
He does.
I'm a big Bobby Fischer fan, so.
It's five.
That's 5.
Yeah, right. Who? You can go.
You can go. You're dismissed.
I'm ready.
I didn't touch anything.
There we go. Knight f6.
Okay.
Now, has this been a bad order of moves for black because of the knight f6?
No, I think it's okay still, right?
I think it's still playable.
After d5, yeah.
You take a knight
He takes
d4?
d5, knight a5, or knight d4, one of those
Gotcha.
moves.
No fried liver attacks.
There's another reason people don't play double black. Not just this, I don't think.
Right. Okay. So Magnus.
I think knight c3 is an interesting move in that position. Just knight c3 to attack the pawn, put more pressure.
Yeah, we would very much like to take that back, but we're not going to be allowed to.
Sorry, can you take back one move per game?
No. See, Magnus likes his
Did you
job.
say something about having to start playing better?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's got 4 more tries.
That's kind of the point. I said it's unlike.
Trust in my man, teacher.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't. But
Yeah, that
Your
seems
man.
that seems unwise, but okay.
But you know, Peter, Michael Jordan failed 10,000 times. That's why he succeeded.
Peter, only 9,000.
Yeah, I haven't
I
failed
still
enough.
have a lot of time to fail.
Yeah, obviously haven't failed enough yet. Obviously haven't
Oh,
failed
don't worry,
enough.
always work with me.
Magnus definitely looking like a happy camper, though. He just played his last 2 moves with joy.
Randy is tricking people. With his border.
Yeah, I think black solves most of his problems by now.
Exactly.
Just take on b3, take on d5. Maybe even bishop
Queen
c6.
H. Well, he's gone for the position.
Leave that knight alone. I don't play that way.
Also a minute edge for Team Randy.
Wow.
No, wait, hang on. No. Easy. Ah, yeah, you're giving me it.
Ooh, evil intentions on the long diagonal.
f5 is not a threat yet because of queen h5 check, but I like this
Maybe one
move by
game we
West.
can
It's
play
very
a crazy
aggressive.
house, yeah, that'd be more.
But we are completely fine. What's the problem?
Wait, it's even. 2 more moves, right?
There's not enough Alekin in this
No.
One more move.
One more move? I thought.
You took on b3, you played d4.
What about f4 in this position?
Double edge.
Yeah,
I like
knight
it,
b3 is
though.
the kind
I like
of
it.
that would kick somebody else.
20 moves till the Sinquefield Stefan guys.
20 moves. And a significant
Plenty of time for
advantage,
the game to
right?
be decided.
Just bishop f3 wins there.
This is a very sharp position by
Bishop
now.
f3 wins there at the end or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, king f1 is good.
No, it isn't. No, bishop open h3 is it's going to end ugly.
Very conservative.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you ran away after your last move. Why? I will do that. Run away, yeah? After the last move, I will run away. I remember, I think being ashamed. Being ashamed of my
Bishop
last
c5 on the menu.
Bishop c5. Wow. Oh, for white, you mean? Yes.
Yeah.
Was,
Like those
bit
night
shocked.
parks.
Yeah.
What about the move rook g8 for black?
I think we need to teach Rex some opening because Randy...
This wasn't Rex's fault.
I mean, this wasn't even my fault. Surprise, surprise. I like you. But that's very random move. Let's refute it.
That was a really clever move by Hikaru.
Yes.
Defending the g6 pawn so f5 is possible, but also attacking the
I think queen h3.
That's that experience preparing Fabi for this.
Take us from
loose
A bit
forward.
dangerous.
Just think.
With the two bishops
Thinking is
cutting
the best thing you
the
can
board.
do.
I think queen g3 is necessary. Fabi not happy facing this position.
Wasn't I situation? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's not good.
Big time. Yes.
Very cool.
Team Rex down to their last 2 minutes.
And unicorns are real. These two things are...
Levon, you seem quite pleased with this position.
Yeah, well,
I have this bishop, which is worth a queen. So, they're talking about equal positions and equal opportunities. I don't know what is this. Okay, I play like this, and then I play like this, and then they resign. I mean, that's just simple. It's a very simple game.
Levon explained that this is a very simple game and he's got a winning position.
And I take this one.
2 pawns for a bishop.
Good find. A good find by Levon, rook h7.
Okay.
Yes.
Defending the bishop on e7. That's the difference between rook h7 and rook g8.
But they won't resign. They'll wait till the Sinquefield step in. Blame it on Rex.
You're more than fine. You're so wonderful. Thank you.
Team Randy has been in the zone. They played great thus far.
Okay. To think about the precise move, so... Oh, let's just do this.
I hear a lot of moves being discussed. And the arbiter is not stepping in. What's happening?
Yeah, where's the disciplinary committee?
Speaking of arbiters, Chris Bird tweeted at us. I must have misspoke earlier. He said something about how it takes 2 times to make an illegal move to get forfeited.
Right.
I'm not sure what we said on the air, but apparently we said something different about the Sinquefield move.
Right. Just an illegal move like promoting the pawn without making the queen will get you a time penalty, not a loss on the spot. G3 attacking the bishop.
It doesn't show today.
Rook e8 was Levon's intent to kick that white queen out of her dominating central position.
Also creating an important square for the bishop on d8. If necessary, I think we should.
That queen
We have many
is
pawns.
sure.
We need one more pawn, the big one.
Bishop d8 preserving the bishop there.
It seemed very loose out there.
We're restricting the b7 bishop.
H8.
Who's next?
See a trade on c4.
Sergey, let's build a fortress.
You're kidding.
Sergey wondering why me?
But Rex, maybe in the future, we'll try like b4, maybe Randy's not prepared on that.
See, no, we're ready for that. We're ready.
Because again, e4, he pre-moves e5, knight c6, a6, and he makes 5 moves.
I'm hearing moves being discussed. What's up with that?
You can't do that. I don't understand what the arbiter is doing there.
Yeah, the arbiter.
He should step in, he should stop this debauchery and let them play chess. Let them compete.
Wesley, you seem concerned about Randy's preparation so far.
Just we get really terrible positions with the white pieces, and we're supposed to, fight for the advantage. And just we're.
You think he's getting some secret world champion preparation?
Yeah, I think he worked with chess base just before coming here. So he got. He probably looked at all of Rex games and realized that Rex plays the Rui Lopez.
You think Rex's games are in chess base?
Why not? Yeah.
Whoa, big time move just played Bishop A4. I thought G5 was going to be.
I played.
Okay, what about
I played 3 times and one.
Bishop takes C2.
Let's go.
Wow, he's going for it.
E5.
He's going for it.
Probably getting enough compensation.
No.
Is a tactical target.
That's
But
right.
it's not.
What about
much,
Bishop
it was
takes
much
C2?
worse a
What's
few
the
moves
point
ago.
of this?
Actually, I think we're looking at an upwards trend.
For E6 check.
I think if we get Rook and Bishop versus Rook and 2 bishops, maybe we can draw that. Right?
31 bishops of the same color.
Interesting theory.
Rook and 2 bishop versus Rook bishop.
Knowledge I recently acquired.
We just need to win that C7 pawn and then we'll go. Good luck doing that. If we don't turn, we'll win. I know I might seem a bit of optimistic. I have reason to be.
Look at Shaq pushing those pawns up.
Black can even be checkmated if he's not careful.
The Shaq attack doesn't seem very
No stopping
conclusive.
the Shaq attack.
I don't know about that. Bishop takes C2, D5, and then Bishop C5.
I do see
Check. Then put the bishop on F5. I
Great
don't
strategy
trust
with just 3 moves.
I don't
Yes.
trust
Defend this with white?
But we are not playing for defend. We are trying to mate them.
Lanier feeling me.
But you'll probably lose because you're not defending. Yeah, I think we're mate. Bishop C2, D5, Bishop D6.
Bishop where?
Bishop D6. Wishful thinking.
No choice here.
I think we have
Recapture.
3 more moves before Randy and Rex step in. So.
That's right. This will be the 33rd move. This move and 2 more for white.
In the position, very complex.
No, we will go for mate.
I think that's what Shaq is going to do. He's banking on the fact that
Go for mate.
next one is Rex and
Yeah.
Randy.
But very little time for Team Rex. 30 seconds left. Shaq's got to bounce out some moves.
And he's playing for the checkmate. Oh, that's a terrible move, though.
Okay.
Yes, Lanier found Bishop C5 check. That was
I think it's
the refutation.
It's time for Lanier to step back and allow Randy to come in.
No, Rex has got to come in. And now it's Randy.
I think they're off by a move, but that's okay. That's the arbiter's job.
Oh, Randy's got 2 winning moves. Rook takes H2, wins a bishop, or even pawn takes G2. And he's done the rook. He's
That's
gone
the
for
safe option.
bishop.
That's
That's
the
a
safe
very
option.
safe option.
Very safe option.
Oh, Team Rex is going down to 3 straight losses.
Don't disturb.
There goes the bishop. Randy comes in and just goes bang, bang, bang.
Randy's in amazing shape.
The king F1 was not.
And I think he's going for that 4-0. He was extremely upset last year, if you remember.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
Because there was a tiebreak last year.
Right.
For 7 games instead of 6. Because
The
it
match
was,
went to a
3-3.
tiebreak.
Yeah.
And there goes a pawn. Bishop take. Great play by Randy. The checks are ineffectual. The king will just go back.
One more move and you're in the game.
Run to D7.
That's fine.
Your favorite move.
Now Team Rex are wondering who's going to step up and having to resign.
I'm not resigning ever again. I'm going to lose on time, though. We're going to pretend we were mercilessly flagged in this game.
You will.
Yeah, that is kind of
Don't resign.
yeah. I'm gonna do the thing, yeah, and let the clock run out.
Magnus explaining he's got the best job in the world coming in after Team Randy plays his move.
I'm not too upset about this. Yeah, I'm not upset about this position. I'm upset about my previous choices, life choices in general.
Well, Peter is being brought in to resign each game.
In that game, it was kind of fair, though.
Wow.
But what a performance by Team Randy.
Peter, it seems like everybody's pointing at you as the GOAT that time.
Yeah. Can I sort of tag you in, and I speak some English. I can maybe do your job and you can do mine, because I obviously can't do this anymore.
Well, you're going to have to. There's a 0-3 hole you guys are in.
I'm aware, yeah, and this one is largely on me. I think knight g5 was inexcusable.
All right. Well, we will see how it fares in the next 3 games, as Team Randy has galloped ahead with 3 big wins. As Magnus said, he's got the best job in the world. He comes in when it's mop-up time. We will see how the rest of the games transpire.
Thank you, Maurice. Too impressive. Randy's
Dominguez
team.
really set him up well, too. Just calculating it to a victory. Mamedyarov tried to mix it up, but too little, too late.
Here's
Let's take a
our
look at our score. 0-3.
Ooh, brutalization.
That's right, Team Randy crushing. Can Rex and his teammates salvage the match and win the next game?
They need to salvage some pride. 0-3, Christian. Horrifying.
No, absolutely. I was Team Rex at the beginning, but right now it becomes obvious that Randy definitely spent this past year preparing for this moment, and he's just delivering. To be honest, Rex cannot be blamed in this one. He got a losing position when he entered the fray the second time, and Randy executed him. He was just. I think Peter was right. This knight g5 is a little bit too ambitious, and after d5, actually the computer likes black already better, because you get knight d4, you get the initiative. White doesn't have development, and black is just going to have a very comfortable game. I think this is what Peter was referring to. So we'll see. This one is not looking good. I think Team Randy is going to close the show and deliver the sweep.
Has this got ramifications for the World Championship? Has Fabi's confidence been destroyed?
Oh, definitely. I mean, the ultimate moves, it's just the most important tournament of the summer of chess. So.
And it's just so painful.
Oh, yeah,
when you can't get in those shots when you need them.
Fabiano and Peter and the whole team, they're going to have to do some real soul searching after this game.
And is Peter the GOAT?
Although,
why do they keep bringing in Peter to resign?
That's weird you say the GOAT. The GOAT is supposed to be the greatest of all time, right?
Well, yeah, I'm thinking of the
Peter
guy who swings. He's
kind of the GOAT, right? A lot of.
They bring in the guy to resign. I mean, they wheel him in and say, please resign.
Okay, in this case, it was kind of fair, because that is a tough opening to play in a blitz game where you have 2 amateurs playing. It gives black the initiative, and white sucked up so much time on the clock.
Exactly.
So Peter taking the blame in that one, fair enough. But can he bring it back for Team Rex? Well, we're going to get started with Game 4.
You want to go that way? Okay, go first.
Well, it's 0-3, and Team Rex has done some soul-searching, as you said. Fabi, you were giving Rex some advice before this round. What were your thoughts with him?
Well, I told Rex that since we're in a must-win for the next 3 games, that we should mix it up a bit. So hopefully our strategy will pay off.
You're not afraid he's going to make a big mistake early?
I think at this point it doesn't matter.
I have to say that the big mistakes were not made by him in the previous games.
We're going to go all out now. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No, Rex is a very nice sergeant. But, you got to teach your son a lesson from time.
All right, Rex, time to teach Randy a lesson. Randy, you look as pleased as punch.
Man, I feel great. I was just wondering if somebody could get him a coaster. It's like this guy thinks he owns the place.
Rex?
You know, we got them exactly where we want them. They're in the lead and overconfident. We got them.
Well, with that, let's get started.
I must say, Rex looked really confident. The tension's not gotten to him as he was happy. He's got what you were saying, the accelerated dragon.
But it's actually Team Randy who mixed it up. They played C4 the first white game.
Right.
Black got a really nice position, though, so Randy, I guess, decided to switch it up.
That's what I'm saying. He's ready for every single situation. He
How
has
about that
been
bishop
training.
C4?
I love it. I love it.
Oh. The Grand Prix attack, do they call this?
Not really, because there's a knight on F3, right?
Okay.
Usually you want to play F4, so this is a pretty quiet system, actually.
Okay.
I'm happy about this for Black, actually. Just create richness. And that's exactly what Black is saying.
Finally, Magnus in a position where he doesn't have to accept resignation. He has to do a little work.
So it's pretty much disposing into some sort of a Rui Lopez almost. If Black is going to play E5.
It wouldn't surprise me.
If he's going to keep the pawn on E6 or
No, I
E7,
played
then
against
obviously we're
Spanish.
going to have a different structure.
And then you play.
Could you give us some entire history?
I think the game went like
before you move.
Knight F6, D3, G6, E5 takes, and E6, Queen F3, and he's already losing the pawn.
Magnus, I bet you $100 you can't blunder here.
That's true.
Owe me 100.
Rex making a challenge wager.
I thought you
with
didn't care for
Magnus.
the 100.
Betting him $100 he couldn't blunder.
How many moves did I
Nice
play?
restrained move by the world
1, 2,
champion at
3,
H3.
Do you think they stand a chance to turn things around?
Ah, that 3-0 is
Too much.
huge. That's a mountain climb.
I think it was 3-1 actually
Last year?
last year.
Yes.
And then they came back and actually won the
No,
event.
it was 3-1 Rex. Randy won the last two.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So they
E7.
almost made the comeback.
E7, E5, and this sure does look like a Rui Lopez by transposition now. A closed Rui. With Black getting some extra moves in, actually.
Yeah, because he won actually your bishop on G7. Well, maybe not anymore.
Has that blunder? No, he didn't. He didn't bother to think about taking the E4 pawn. I thought it might have been a blunder of a pawn there.
It's awfully quiet in here. Why is it
Because we're not a piece up yet.
Some trash talking by Nishi. We're not a piece up yet.
And they're down the clock for the first time, I think, in the entire match.
Oh. Ooh, big time move B2, B4 with the threat of bishop C5, which was sidestepped.
Peter hoping to redeem himself.
And he has thus far. That was a good move, Ace.
Good job, Peter.
Yay!
I have a strong feeling we're going to win the first game.
Do it for the commentators, Peter.
Right. Remember who you represent.
So now the knight has to be rerouted, potentially. Okay, knight to H5. I like that move.
Very much. Knight F4 is definitely...
He's trying to go knight F4. Probably G3 is a safe option. Is there a bishop on C8? Yes.
Queen on C1.
So the problem is bishop F1 is preparing the move G3 because if you play G3 with the bishop on E2, H3 hangs.
Here we go. Will we be seeing knight F4? I think so. He's reaching for it. He's done it.
Yes.
Big
The right
time move. instantly answered with knight h2, by the way.
You want to go already?
Is the knight going to d3 or not? That is the question.
I think it is. Peter's happy with his position. 8 the head. But he's played good moves.
Yeah.
I was happy if it was your move.
It's a key moment.
How
He's
happy are you?
also potentially calculating some sacrifices, maybe.
I like making
They
that.
might be a bit overambitious. Bishop takes h3.
Levon getting in a little trash talking at the moment while Peter is thinking.
Look how happy he is.
He's amazing at destabilizing
He's
his
not
opponents.
happy.
I'm not
Exactly,
as
that's
happy as
psychological.
everybody else around me, seemingly.
Peter, you won the Russian championship, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm not happy with Peter's decision.
How much good it did me.
Go for h5, g4.
Okay, and the best thing to do in this position is just to take and let somebody else deal with it.
The best thing to do in this position is to trade pawns and queenside and let somebody else come up with a plan.
We have a good chance now.
Wesley so, ready to throw some patties. What was queen b2? Team Rex desperately needing a victory to get back into this match. They're down 3-0. It's been all Randy.
This position is one of the most intense and rich so far. What are your thoughts?
Well, we're already having a debate whether black should already start trying to mate or try to take it slow. I like the way that Wesley's playing it. He's taking it slowly, enjoying his position.
That prompted a smile from Wesley.
Well, slow hasn't been paying off for Team Rex, it seems.
It seems nothing's paying off,
No.
actually, Christian.
They have to go for the checkmate attack.
Exactly.
In the mating spirit.
Let's go, h5, g4. That has to be played.
You wanna switch team?
Peter said A, Wesley is about to say B. I have a feeling.
I think he's reaching for that H-pawn. I'm not so sure. I mean, that's the money move.
There it
He did
is.
There it is. There it is.
He couldn't resist. He had to go for the check. The back's against the wall. Let's
He
face
has
it.
to, he has
You
to,
got to
he
go
has to.
for the checkmate.
You need a morale victory. You need a crushing victory.
Exactly. And now we're waiting for further advance, and he's done it.
There we go.
G4. Do you recapture with the bishop, though?
That's a good question, yes, sir.
Nope.
I guess not.
He took it right away.
Now, an interesting move is actually knight to d4. No. That was a
Just
bit
when you're
ambitious.
about to analyze something interesting.
And this will be Wesley's last
I
move.
think it's mainly thanks to Wesley.
And Sergey and
the
Grischuk.
mating. Oh.
That's it.
Sasha steps in. He's going to have to
Yeah, but we got a
defend well.
Russian Peter now. The team is amazing.
You? No, Sergey.
Shaq was kicked out and
he came back.
No, that is Shaq.
I know, he was kicked out. We expected Sergey. They changed lineups on us, Jennifer. Can they do that? Where's the arbiter? Can they get away with that?
I think
What's-
they allowed it. They allowed it.
Nothing to think about. You can't take with the bishop. There's a knight fork on d3. So, although he hesitated, rook takes d1 was forced.
He's just teasing us.
The arbiter is taking a passive approach. He's letting the game flow.
Yeah. I think we need a well-compensated appeals committee.
I agree, Yasser. I agree. I think we're great candidates for that.
Draw. You got draw. Draw. No draw.
No draw.
Well, a draw would end the match, basically.
Exactly.
Instantaneously.
It was a very generous offer. Respectfully declined.
Here he is.
It's not easy for Black. And Grischuk enjoying the fact that it's his opponents whose clock is ticking down.
That's right. A minute or so, I think, in this move, guys.
And look at Shaq was not happy. He didn't see a clear way to prosecute the attack. 92 check was his choice.
The question is what the follow-up.
What's the follow-up?
What is the follow-up? I think he's just going to go back or maybe play rook d8. You have to exchange that rook, it seems. Yeah, he went for it.
But now what the heck is the knight doing on e2?
That's a good question because the knight on f4 was ready to jump on d3.
Exactly.
I think that was a much more appealing spot for him.
Well, Peter might say this one's not on him. It may be on Shaq.
And also that big time suck.
Yeah.
That could really prove costly when the Sinquefields drop in, and not for another 8 moves.
Right. There is one big time move, knight on c6 to d4, that may yet turn the tide. All kinds of tactics on the long diagonal.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's up Shaq's alley.
Yeah. He sees the tactics, as he said himself. Bishop c5 is a tempo against the queen. No time to drop in with the knight.
Shaq now realizing he's got to play fast.
Queen
Yeah,
h4.
he's really,
Queen f6. Okay.
he's really burned a lot of clock in these last few
Right
moves.
now, you
The
have
Bishop did too last move.
Queen f2 is actually
No,
never mind.
bishop c5.
Yes. The bishop is still there. The bishop is still there.
Very quiet in the peanut gallery there.
Because it's the most interesting position we've had so far.
It's been great.
And so little time on the clock, both players are
because
respecting.
it's the deciding game, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're. I mean, we want to make it clean, you know, like when the score represents the real difference between the talent in the teams.
We've been waiting for Levon to get in his trash talking. He's not disappointing us. Not sure that bishop on c5 belongs there.
G3 played.
Trapping the knight, entombing the knight on e2. It's got no escape, but can you attack it?
But almost equalizing the time is Grischuk, who spent a lot of time in those last few moves.
Bishop h6, activating the bishop. I thought knight d4 was a trick.
He's getting ready to put the knight on c1 and jump back to
Reroute
d3.
it to d3. That's why I thought the bishop might be best served on e3. I didn't think c5 was that point in the square.
Dominguez has been a star so far. He keeps setting Randy up with fantastic situations.
And he executes them, though, Jennifer.
Exactly. Those are 1-2 punch. Will Dominguez do it again and save this difficult situation, set Randy up for a nice, clean sweep, as Levon said? But for the first time again, I said it earlier in this game, but it really seems like this is the first time that Team Randy's getting lower on the clock than Team Rex.
That's an amazing move.
Queen a1. I like this move because it sidesteps bishop c1 kind of ideas, and it, as I said it, out comes bishop c1. Okay, I think the king is a little vulnerable on h1. No, he's played bishop e3, a move I expected.
But now maybe I can just simply take.
And
then
he
if you
has
take with the
played
knight,
that.
Queen d2, infiltrate. immediately.
G4 is hanging, but c3 would be hanging.
Yes.
Queen c2.
Also, the bishop on c2 would be hanging.
Yeah.
I think queen d2, he's
Hold
ready
on,
to go
there's a
queen
check
d1.
on a8.
35 seconds for both players, approximately. 39.
Ooh, and when Randy and Rex get in.
It's going to be crazy. Queen
And he's
d2
done
has
it.
been played, though.
He's done it.
Well, if you go queen 8, I'm going to go king g7. You take the knight, and then I'm going queen e1, queen takes f2, queen g1 checkmate.
Exactly.
Two more moves for each player. Knight F1 played.
Knight F1 first, Queen C3. Now you go check, and that variation no longer works when you take the
Now
knight.
it's Randy's
now
move.
Randy,
He's only got 30 seconds left on the clock.
will he take the knight? Will he take the knight? You're right. It's been a 1-2 punch thus far.
He's not going for it.
He's reaching for it. I swear he was reaching for his queen.
Tough spot for Randy, who's the first one on move, because he's gone down to
And he's done it.
And he's done it.
I mean, exquisite form by Randy Sinquefield throughout this
Queen E1. Let's
ultimate
go.
moves.
He has to
Then
find
he's
the
got
counter
King
play.
G2. Knight D4, attacking the queen, attacking the
Amazing
audience.
move. Amazing move. Yeah.
The teammates were excited about that move. Look at them, they're wearing smiles. Oh, the queen is...
The crowd goes wild.
Oh, it has been all Team Randy till that. Those
2, 1.
Oh.
That's time.
And the time is out.
Rex was very relieved.
And they both, what a game though. This was the
What a
game that we
comeback.
wanted to see all the time. It's like the game was rich.
Let's see
Very
what,
end.
Let's see what Maurice has to say with Rex.
Well, Rex, the comeback is on. You got your chance this time to steal the queen. How does it feel?
It was wonderful. Redemption is great.
Everybody was so quiet, they felt like this was potentially the deciding game, but you guys stopped the trend.
Well, you know, as this thing was developing, I'm saying, holy cow, I got to sit down in 5 or 6 moves, and I'm not sure I have any idea what's going on. It was a complicated position, and I didn't see how to make progress, and suddenly the thing opened up. I saw the knight move. A knight was well placed in that square, and I really didn't know what else he could. Even if he didn't drop his queen, he's going to drop a piece. Yeah, so we were in good shape.
All right, good comeback for the team. Now it's 3-1. Can they continue the trend? We'll see in the next game.
Well, that was a nail-biting finish, Jennifer. I mean, my goodness, everything up for grab. What's our standings?
Well, it's still not great for Team Rex, as he's got 1 point to Randy's 3, so he's going to need to win the next 2 games to tie up the match, and then we'll see what happens in that case.
But they avoided the sweep. This is important. I mean,
and with a nice win by Rex, he played a few great moves there at the end.
I mean, the confidence is bursting, right?
No, absolutely.
I mean, that was fantastic.
That was the best game of the match, in my opinion. I mean, the tension infused in this game was amazing, and I want to give it to Karjakin, because this infiltration with the move Queen to D2, I think, was key. Queen to D2, Knight to F1, Queen takes C3, grabbing this almost poisoned pawn. But after Queen A8, King G7, Queen takes C6, this key move, Knight to D4, we attribute that to Rex, and amazing victory. After Knight D4, Black is already better. If you move the Queen, I'm going to take back the Bishop, and now you're going to have some problems because of the pawn on C4, which is going to run down the board and become a queen. So amazing play by Team Rex. Congratulations, and we avoided the sweep.
Thank you, Christian. And Ultimate Moves is not the only feature that's going on here in St. Louis this summer.
No, that's right. This is a warm-up for our crown jewel of the Grand Chess Tour, the Sinquefield Cup. The classical event on the tour. It's going to be taking place from August 18th to 28th. August 17th is the opening ceremony and the signing.
Very nice. And the books are in town for we got the Sinquefield Cup, commemorative books of 5 years of Sinquefield Cup. And Magnus Carlsen, a wild card, will be one of the featured players.
That's
along
right.
with the Grand Chess Tour regulars.
And the first ever Sinquefield Cup champion. He just arrived into town, and he drops in for the most important event of all,
Yes.
Ultimate Moves. And so far, he's doing well. His team is up 3-1.
It looks like they were discussing their next game strategy, their pre-match, pre-game warm-up talk. And I was just going to say, this Sinquefield Cup is an extra special one, because unlike previous Grand Chess Tours, what we're doing is we're getting the top 4 players of the Grand Chess. Those 4 players who have won the most Grand Chess Tour points will go to London to be playing elimination matches for the Grand Chess Tour championship title.
I love this format, yeah. it adds so much drama to who's going to come in the top four.
Exactly.
And so that's what we're going to be following the Sinquefield Cup, not just the winner of the Sinquefield Cup, which is an incredible story in its own right. Will we have a repeat winner, a brand new winner?
Right.
But also who's going to London. So we're going to be following two things at once.
Right, it's a tournament within a tournament, so to speak, as the players are jockeying for position. And Christian, I mean, as Jennifer said it so well herself, it's the crown jewel of chess in America.
No, absolutely. And we're going to see the big match between Magnus and Fabiano on the 25th of August. Magnus already is set to have the white pieces. So he's definitely going to try to be a trendsetter and put a lot of pressure on Fabiano with the white pieces, set up the pace for the match in November. Nakamura, he's already almost qualified because he's just had an amazing year in the Grand Chess Tour. He's very few points away of guaranteeing his spot in London, if I'm not mistaken. But besides him, there's a lot of players battling for those spots. Let's go to Maurice and start the 5th round of the Ultimate Moves.
Well, the score is 3-1 or 1-3, depending on which side you're looking at it from. Randy, you could have sealed the deal that game, but Dad came back and stole the queen.
Yeah, you know, we're in time trouble. It was tricky, but he's a generous guy, so I feel like I owed him a little charity.
Rex?
I have to confess with admiration that Randy's playing quite well today. I'm quite impressed.
You don't say that very often.
But, you know, I'm a truth teller.
I've only blundered one queen. That's right.
So far.
All right.
Blundered one mate.
All right, well, let's see if the excitement continues as Team Randy tries to finish them off. Let's get started.
An incredulous Randy Sinquefield.
They're changing the strategy.
Yes.
No more Rui Lopez.
Each game has featured a new opening, brand new opening.
So far, looking good for Rex's. I don't like this knight c6 treatment that much by Randy. This whole e6, knight c6, not easy play for black.
He got caught by surprise on his d4
did.
change of pace.
Team Rex applauding their Capitan with those first
You
fights.
started cheering already. Why so excited?
I don't know. It's fine. It's the first time that we have such a great position with the white pieces. Usually we're fighting for equality, struggling to survive. But now it's a dream, you know. It's a good sign. I feel we're going to win our second game now.
You really have that kind of confidence in your teammates?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Even after their play?
Rex team always wins.
All right. Well, the trash talking and joy has started on the other side. Levon, your thoughts?
I think that's a very decent opening for black. We have developed both of our knights. I mean, we have castled, we have our bishop out, so we're controlling the center and fighting back. I don't know why they're so happy about.
He's not the one playing it.
Magnus is giggling through it all as he realizes he's actually in a worse position. And just listening to his teammate explain why they have such a good position. And MVL enjoying his position for a change. Queen A4 came quickly, Jen.
That's right. They realized they should keep up on the clock. That will help them. Like in last game, it was kind of going back and forth. But in the end, Randy actually lost on time.
Yeah, he blundered his queen,
losing,
but
but
yeah. A7, A6, a very quiet move.
He's going for B5. Well, whoa, wait. B5 works? It does work because queen takes C6.
By the world champion, he's inviting queen takes C6, bishop E7.
Wait, but is that
trapping the queen by repetition?
No, you don't have bishop C8 because of queen takes A8.
It isn't.
After queen B7, you have to go rook B8.
Yes.
And then I take the pawn on A6.
And then I go rook A8.
And then you go rook A8. And that's probably a repetition.
Right. So
that's a
queen
scary
takes
repetition,
C6. Taking a knight that's on pre does not win the game by force for white. But it sure looks tempting.
Yes.
So queen c6, you're saying?
I will keep the pieces. I mean,
because
because
discretion is the better part of valor. He's dropped his queen back. He's in the world champion we trust. Now Peter Svidler sitting down, enjoying his position. And now Levon can explain why black is stand so well. There is a knight b4 and knight d5 tempo. Let's see how Levon handles it.
Look at him. So proud.
No. Puts the question to the bishop. Are you going to take my knight? The answer came quickly with a yes. Now, Peter
And he's
Svidler.
so sharply dressed. Even today, you see everybody in polos.
Nothing wrong.
And,
But I like what I
with
played.
a pickle t-shirt. And Levon, just amazing attire.
Yeah, Dominguez too.
Dominguez always. Dominguez always. Yeah.
Levon is the man.
What's wrong with this?
Okay, it's maybe a bit better.
And now we have, is Peter
No.
Eight-time Russian champion.
Unbelievable
That's what I think.
results in the national championship.
And he's not on the Olympic team.
Yeah.
And he's not on the Olympic
Don't let them destroy you, Peter. Destroy your faith in humanity. Don't let them do it.
Lev, I've known you for ages. I have no longer any faith in humanity whatsoever.
Levon explaining to Peter, don't let them, your teammates, destroy your faith in humanity. And Peter responding, I have no faith in humanity. Queen drops back there. I think a3 to curtail the knight may be in order. a2, a3, stopping that knight from jumping. Maybe Peter has different ideas.
I like that move. The question is, what would
We're once
black do
again up in time.
in that situation?
For a record.
Maybe knight a5.
And I like our position once again.
Try to go on c4, take advantage of the new. But he chooses queen c3.
Queen c3. Whoa.
Okay, now I need to
That's a
calculate a couple of
surprise.
moves. So bear with me.
I'll be patient with you.
Hobby drops on it.
Yeah, take
There.
all the time you want.
You take, I take. And what do you do?
goes knight
Queen
b4.
a3.
That's what he's calculating.
Yeah.
In a childish kind of way, he's talking to his opponent and saying, you go there, I go there, you go there, I take.
Yeah, knight b4 looks very dangerous because it attacks knight takes a2 and the
If I go
bishop.
there and take with the
Problem
queen,
is knight
E4.
takes
how about that?
d6, I think.
Okay, so knight
This
d4.
looks good.
He's done it. She has to calculate the complications.
So the options are queen takes d6.
I only made one move.
That was more than enough.
Knight takes
And
a2.
knight takes it. The knight takes a2. That's it. Queen takes d6, no option. Now remember, knight takes a2 is an awkward fork.
Also, if you play a3, actually knight a2 is a great move. Just wins the game on the spot. It's actually quite awkward to defend that pawn.
Just take on c7. No, he played a3. Queen
a3. Defending the pawn on a2, and, well, it's a kind of semi-pin of the knight.
And if you go bishop d5, continue the attack on the pawn on a2, maybe you can play b3. b3, then retreat the queen on b2, and have a normal position.
And there's also a move to keep in mind. Rook c5 is a potential. I was looking at bishop f3. Bishop f3 and queen d4 ideas. Can I snabble a pawn?
Bishop deep in the tag.
He's thinking about that, and he's done it. He's gone.
Took it.
Vichy's a chess legend and a pawn grubber. But c7 will be hanging again. He's done it. And not bothering with the complications, but the immediate rook c7 was Fabi's choice.
The throw is not the better selfish.
keep that in mind.
Just to that.
Still almost 20 moves until they enter the fray, until Rex and Randy enter the fray.
The action is intense as Team Randy leads 3-1 and Team Rex desperate for back-to-back victories.
They have a draw, so that's
Absolutely.
huge, especially in the position because it looks quite equalish.
Exactly. Team Randy needing a draw to secure match victory. Rook B7.
Fabiano, is an intense situation again. What are your thoughts?
Oh, we have to win this one, but I think we're pressing. And I think that Lev clearly rattled Vichy because of his last move.
Why so?
Well, I just don't think 95 was the best move in the position.
Abby getting a little trash talking, saying that Vichy was rattled.
But also very
The
serious.
night before. Yeah, everybody's really intense. They're chomping down. B4, Queen is going to come to B3. So dodging the attack on the Queen and setting up for Rook D1 tempo moves. You love those tempo moves, right, Jen? There you see it.
We're going to see most probably A5.
A5, Rook D1, and White has a Catalan type of advantage. Something that Wesley will be very pleased.
The power of the bishop over the knight.
The St. Louis Rapid Blitz champion.
And Paris Grand Chess Tour
Back-to-back.
Back-to-back victories. I think it was at the closing ceremony that Hikaru said he's looking forward to back-to-back-to-back victories.
And Gary Kasparov, who we missed today at Ultimate Moves, did also compliment and congratulate Nakamura on his back-to-back wins.
Yes. Gary on his annual vacation in Croatia, sending his greetings through Michael Kordakovsky, who's here representing the Kasparov Chess Foundation.
I don't recall ever seeing this intensity without Gary Kasparov in the building. Why is that?
Well, the last two games have been very tense. I mean, at some point in the previous game, it felt like every move you had to think without blundering something or allowing some tactic. And so at some point, all of us just went, and the clock was running down as well. And I was hoping for an easier game this time, but again, it's going to be tense. But Randy is giving us very solid stuff this time.
Got to win this one or go to the next one. It could be really tense.
Well, you never plan for going to the next one.
I'm not sure about this move, Queen D3 by Wesley. He's kind of setting up himself up for some tactical backfires with this move, Queen D3. I don't think that was necessary. Queen A6.
That was a dangerous decision by Wesley. He had to play Queen A6, I think.
Everything in White's position looks a little loosey-goosey. They're lucky that the Sinquefields aren't coming in for another 10 moves.
I think that was a blunder.
Queen A6 was
Queen
a blunder.
D3 was a blunder.
Yeah, it feels wrong. And
he
Wesley
knows it.
not happy
Wesley
with
knows
his
it.
play.
Wesley knows it.
A blunder, but no material loss. Oh, you mean the B2 pawn. But there's the A pawn hit too.
But White's advantage of being neutralized is the point here.
And in fact, it seems that more things are hanging in White's position
Than before.
This matters a lot. Pieces that are anchored, time situation. That's very important once the Sinquefield step in. What?
E5?
E6, E5. That was a shocking move. Even Sasha Grischuk was like, what? Look at his eyes.
What is that?
You were talking about anchored pieces. The knight was nicely defended and then came E5. Christian, was that a...
He's trying to go E4. He's trying to
failure?
displace... Not so much. He's trying to displace the bishop on F3.
Whoa! Queen D3.
But from a strategical point of view, this E5 is so loose.
Yeah, undermine the knight.
33 seconds left.
And the queens have traded, and things are intense. Now Rook B5 on tap. Black has got to come up with a good idea.
Knight F6.
Okay, stepping back, attack taking the pawn.
Now
defended.
D4 maybe.
E4 not possible because we can take with the pawn. Well, you can do it, but then you'd be
The-
getting
the
rid of our
bishop.
weak pawn.
Yeah, the bishop does defend the rook.
It's changed
Nope.
dramatically. Looked like it
What
was
about
supposed
just
to
the
be
rook
Draw for them, but now it's intent.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Hikaru was trying to keep it interesting, but now we have some new hope in the position.
We need to thank Hikaru for keeping the game alive.
Whoa! Things just hotted up with the move. Pawns are hanging all over the place.
Things could get vacuumed off the board.
Yeah, the cleaning lady is coming in. Vacuuming.
Sergey coming in fast.
So Lanier.
They want to game some time for their friends.
They hadn't even sat down and they were making their moves yet.
They know how this works. Play fast, let the Sinquefields get a little bit of breathing room.
Oh, Rex is worried. You can see it in his expression there. Guys, it's coming down to...
Black should play B3 in this position.
I'm thinking, ooh, that
Bishop
was a
B1.
great, whoa,
Yes.
but it allows knight E4.
Knight G4?
Knight E4, knight G4.
Wow. That's
Played
playing with
as
fire.
if-
That's playing with fire.
Played as if there was no problem, though. It's
How
like
many
he-
moves left? This is it.
As it turns out.
I think they have...
So they
Yes,
should have,
this
they
is
should
the last
sit Rex
move.
in.
This is the last move. Okay. Put Rex in.
Oh, the king can't go to E3 or E2. There's a knight C4.
Arbiter, come on.
There was a knight C4 winning the rook.
Uh-oh, poor Rex.
Rex
Coming in with his time kicking.
And not only that, needing a win, can't allowing a draw. He could go king F3 in a repetition.
He might just do it because
He has to do it fast.
But Randy is
Do it fast,
eyeballing
Rex.
that F2 pawn. Ooh. That was a
Okay,
good move.
okay.
That
I
was
like what I
very
see.
decent.
I
is
like
the
what I
rook
see.
A2, there's a bishop B3 in the position.
Exactly. And you defend the pawn on F2 and counterattack the pawn on F7. I wasn't looking at that
There
move.
is a nice sequence. Rook
Whoa! G6 by Randy.
Rook
Just
F4
kicking
has to
the
be played.
Rook F3 was his choice, not F4.
But gain of tempo would have been better, yeah?
Exactly.
Still, though, rook A2, there is that bishop B3 move.
Big time
Saving.
move. Ooh, and there's bishop B3,
Beautiful,
but there's
beautiful move
rook
by,
A7.
Rex.
Just drop back that rook. Very nice and cleanly.
And then he's going to have to go rook F4.
Then we have to do rook F4 anyway.
Oh,
Bishop takes pawn.
I like
The
that
pawn
move. I
on
like that move,
B3.
Yasser.
You like it
How come?
because of the pass
what do
pawn
you
he
play?
thinks at
What
the
do
end
you
of the
play now?
line.
I have no idea, but I thought rook A7. But okay,
I think
maybe you're
bishop
right.
B3 has to be played now.
Maybe Rex has an
Uh-oh,
idea.
so little time left for
Bishop
both
B3,
players.
come on, Rex.
Bishop to Dave.
That's dangerous, that's dangerous.
Now we could trade the rooks and
I don't think Rex's time is up yet, is it? Oh, it is.
It is.
Wow.
And MVL taking the hot seat. Ooh,
Okay,
knight
well,
F6.
And then he plays her move, Christian, keeping the rooks on the board.
Okay. Magnus actually has to do some work.
Now
and
we're
he
in a
saw
bullet
it,
game.
And he saw his clock is ticking. Knight E4.
Solid.
Nice move by Magnus.
And he knows that the draw
All he needs
is
is a draw to
sufficient.
clinch the match. Oh, this would be a terrible disappointment.
But this was a clean game, yes.
It was a
Very
beautiful
clean.
game.
Yeah.
Well played.
Even that at the end there, when there was some very complicated moves.
Aren't you think Field's going to come back, guys?
Maybe.
Well, they're going to have to, right?
Otherwise-
Whoa, what was that check?
They have to
Maybe
keep
King G4 and White starts thinking
King G4,
ambitiously.
rook B2, I think.
Yeah.
Just simply. But, okay.
We just need to stay for
22 more moves to lose or to win?
White desperately
No,
needing
go
a,
back,
a
go
win
back.
and a rook ending with 3 versus 3. Are we
King of
about to
singles,
see
but-
miracles, Jennifer?
Yeah,
Tangle long.
They're not offering a draw. They're playing it out.
I think you're good, yeah?
They're playing it out until the Sinquefields come back from ski in case somebody makes a blunder.
Aha.
15 more
I think
moves.
that's what it's about.
Yeah, maybe White can infiltrate with the king. I think that's what they're doing. Otherwise, yeah.
No, we need to make a phone move every 49.
Is that fun?
Will the arbiter intervene?
Okay, we can do some more if you want. Come on, Fabi. Come on. Let's
I
go.
think I contributed enough.
And they're rotating quickly.
Well, they better.
The players are rotating quickly.
You don't want
King
the...
F5 is an idea, because you don't have the check on the 5th anymore.
I'm a little surprised that Black just didn't put his rook on D3 and keep the F3 pawn eyeballed.
Fabi coaching Rex.
Yeah, this is the way we win the rook endings, Rex. You're right. King F5 was, and Black is forced back a little bit on the defensive.
He's going to give a check on F7, and he's going to force the king back, and now rook F6 even potentially.
He did it.
That's
He
only four.
did it, inviting a king and pawn endgame. He's got it all worked out to a draw, though.
Draw is still available.
0-0-0.
No.
Oh, Leslie realizing
keep the game going.
Exactly, but now Black has a winning threat. Well, winning threat.
And unfortunately, you cannot escape that.
Who's going to
But the question is, how
And
many
off the
moves do
blow.
we have left?
How many times?
How many moves do we have left?
I think we just got that question from Shaq himself. How many moves is it? H5 check. That's a great move.
Now
Well,
H4, I
see.
think,
H4.
is
No, there's a rook G8 check.
Oh, yeah, right. Good.
Ooh,
a beautiful trick by
Oh.
Shaq. Yeah.
these guys, they find those tactics too.
5 more moves.
But how to make them?
5 more moves. Yep. Until Rex and Randy step in.
Crazy things might yet happen.
They're sore losers. They cannot agree except that they So they're just playing this. Yeah, they're playing this position. It's just a
Isn't it time
disgrace.
for chat?
Yeah, but that's the point. Not
choose the very last point. That's how it should be played.
fight till the death.
Get off the game.
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you. Equipped Sergey there. He felt that last move.
I'm
from
gonna
Black
cutting
as well.
off the king now.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's gonna make a hard choice. Yes.
Wow.
We're winning. It cut off.
That's what's going to happen now, yes.
Now it's time for rook G6 and
How
trying
many
to
moves?
get
So you're
into.
done. You're done. Yeah?
That's the last move. That's the last
That
move.
was a good move.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
here
go.
it is. It comes down. Father
this.
son. The father son matchup. And
Attack.
Rex sees the most aggressive way.
G4 is extremely
Great
powerful.
move.
Now King F4 is a good
Yes.
move, and Black is being forced backwards.
Oh, jeez.
We're
He
advancing.
still has.
Where?
Taking the passive route, and Rex is playing amazing in this endgame.
Okay, now 8. No. And there you go.
Yes.
Black's king is cut out.
Yeah.
This could.
Somebody's screaming.
Oh,
That's a
check
good move.
from the
That's a
side.
good move. That's a good
Yeah.
move.
Even though white is for choice, the rook keeps checking the white king.
Actually, there is no way to escape the checks anymore.
Exactly. Rook check would be a draw. And he's done it. And it's a great applause from his teammates. And again, Magnus is so happy. I can play this game. I can play this position. Magnus, big smile. And the looking to draw.
There it is. Team Randy wins ultimate
That's
move.
it.
Wow.
Congratulations, Team Randy.
There you go, guys. There you go. You knocked it out of the park. You knocked it out of the park.
What a great game to finish it off.
Seriously. Actually, those last two guys were warming up. They were playing good games those last two
Amazing
games.
chess. Amazing chess. You can see the competitive feel.
Rex, you gave it your best shot, but your son defended like a monster.
Yes, he did. They were tough today. You know, c'est la vie, c'est la guerre. La vie est dure, la femme s'en chère.
Well,
Who's at the clerk?
J'ai compris, mais I'm not sure everybody else understood that reference. How do you feel, seriously, about losing this year?
Well, it's tough, but they played well. Randy played well. I was proud of what he did.
Randy, you got him back.
Thanks, Dad. I appreciate that, really. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Last year was especially painful, so it feels good to get a win. I thank these guys, this incredible team of mine. Drinks on me tonight, guys.
I think we all heard that.
Is it next year already?
Oh.
All right, well, the score is 3.5, 1.5, but there is one more game just for fun. I'm sure bragging rights is important, so we'll set up for that one and finish off this day.
All right. Well, thank you, Maurice. That was unexpected. I thought that had ended the match, but, you know, the players are under contract.
Yes,
Jennifer,
we get to see one more game
absolutely.
here at Ultimate Moves.
Very important, and this is our score.
1.5, 3.5. So Randy has clinched the match, but we're going to play one more fun game. So hopefully it'll be like the high quality ones we just saw.
Exactly. And Christian, for the confidence, I mean, I absolutely think Team Rex needs to get one back.
No, absolutely. And to be honest, they've been playing amazing chess, all of them. You know, all the players, including Rex and Randy, they find the best moves in the position, at least in the past 2 games. And it seems like Team Rex is warming up, and I'm expecting a very combative last round, despite the fact that they're not playing for anything significant. Nevertheless, we're going to have a lot of fun.
And let's take a look at the GCT standings as we're getting set up for the America's crown jewel.
Well, Hikaru Nakamura has got 33 Grand Chess Tour points, good for at least $90,000. We've also got MVL, Sergei Karjakin, Wesley. So in that Final Four going to London if the tournament ended right now.
But with Levon and Shaq and so many Grand Chess Tour points up for grabs in the Sinquefield Cup, I feel that those top 6 players have great chances. I mean, just because Wesley So is in 4th place doesn't mean he doesn't have to look over his shoulder and see Shaq and Levon.
That's right. It'll be very intense in the Sinquefield Cup coming up August 17th to 28th, first round on August 18th. And don't forget that epic matchup versus Caruana and Carlsen. That will be on the 25th, Saturday.
Oh, very, very, very nice. So we've got a lot to look forward to as we get ready for our final game of the Ultimate Moves. And so much on the line. Bragging rights. And you know how it goes. And tomorrow is the opening ceremony for the same.
Tomorrow's the official opening ceremony, right?
And we've got the book signing along with the players for those of you who are going to be in town here in St. Louis at 4 p.m.
That's right. Over at Kingside Diner, there will be a general signing as well as a book signing for the Sinquefield Cup book that we co-authored along with Maurice, Alejandro, and Tatev.
Exactly.
And that'll, I mean,
I'm anxious to see it. I haven't even seen it. But let's go to Maurice for the start of the final game of play.
Well, the players are relaxed, more or less, as the match has been decided. But we know the last game, you don't want to lose even after you win a match. So there's going to be some bragging rights on the line. Randy, how are you going to stay intense for this game, knowing you've already won the match?
I'm calm now. This should be easy. Smooth sailing.
And Rex?
I repeat what he said. This is going to be smooth sailing.
Well, somebody's going to be unhappy after this game, so let's get it started.
An English opening. And back to the play of a previous game where knight F3 and D4 was played. That led to the Maroczy bind.
It seems the game is heading the same direction. Knight to F3, we're going to see the pawn coming to D3, then the bishop on E3.
He mistimed it to get into D4.
Oh, that's a pawn.
Mistime it badly.
Wait, is that a pawn?
Yes.
I can go knight to B5.
Well, yeah, it's such a good position against Magnus after 5 moves.
No. And he's done it, of course.
Is that completely losing? That is the question.
My answer is yes. I don't know exactly how it's completely losing, but that feels completely wrong.
Now even queen b6 potentially could be an idea, just to control the d4 square and threaten the
Without a big matter.
But some trash talks from the team as they recognize
No,
that
no,
White has done something wrong.
Found the right one.
Development.
Was there another move?
Probably not.
See, here's a insight. Magnus Carlsen is in a bad position at the moment, but does he have an expression of a man worried or not?
They already won.
Not with that smile.
He's a very result-focused individual, and they already won the match. I think this is just a relaxation for him.
Levon showing great interest in Magnus's next move.
None of us were.
Maxime in his lucky pickle shirt.
Good.
You know, what's up with the pickle shirt? What kind of pickles is he promoting there?
It's a show, I think. Yes.
Levon, was this a tricky pawn sacrifice?
This is improved Mora. Because the pawn is on c4. So.
Well, Magnus has
Can't claim
recovered
the
the pawn that Randy gambited.
Too sweet.
5.
I want to see Maxime is humble every day.
There's only 4 moves. That's 4.
That's 4 moves. Maxime.
Sorry, brother.
Trying to run away,
Maxime trying to run away.
Our team looks forward to see
Had a short little attempt in the preview there.
Maxime was trying to run away. He had one more move to play. And brought him back. Challenger.
But I wasn't really sure what the idea was.
I know what
with the black pieces. Hikaru saying our position looks better now than it ever looked. There's a tactic. 2 knights hanging in the center of the board. And he's taken one.
Yeah. Knight b2, knight b6, and then bishop f5.
Knight c5 and bishop.
Bishop c4, defending the pawn and attacking the bishop. Let's see if the player
Knight a4.
Now the question is where to put the bishop. Are you going to put it on d6 via c5, or are you going to keep it along that?
Well, queen d2 does suggest that White's willing to make a pawn sacrifice here. Will. And he's taken it. Bishop takes f2 check.
You take it.
The bishop takes f2 check and queen c5 check.
Oh, will you?
Nice tactic there.
A beauty.
That was missed by Hikaru. 100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
Maybe not in the tradition.
Double attacks. And pins. These basic tactics come up in the games of 2800s.
Coaches love it as they can show their pupils why. Ooh, there's a touch move in the position. He grabbed his rook and moved it over. And Levon said, I'll do it. I'll make it.
I hit the clock in the manner of Wesley.
I mean, you certainly made worse.
But you're not bleeding. Yeah. Mating attack is coming. You know that?
Yeah, I'm beginning to appreciate that.
Rook d4, his idea is bishop d2, then bishop c2.
Any Grunfeld is
Try to put some pressure on the dark squares.
Don't say that.
Yeah, okay. I regret saying that. Yeah, I apologize.
They are publishing this DVDs, advertising Grunfeld, and then saying bad things about it. It has been feeding you for so long. You and your family.
Extended family.
Extended family. So he wants to make a draw, yeah? Okay, what can I do?
What?
He's begging for a draw. Oh, fine.
Levon teasing Peter that his DVDs on how to play the Grunfeld defense.
That's right, those are on Chess 24. We've been
No,
bugging
he's
Rex to
not
watch
begging
them.
for a draw. That's good. Soon he will be begging for a draw.
Explaining his opponent will soon be begging for a draw.
Stuff.
As soon as he finds a good move, that is.
There is such things, huh? There are.
I like that rook c8.
I wasn't completely sure, Jen. Bishop a3 as played. There's some dark square issues.
He's going to have to go rook to e8, defend the pawn on e7, and then deal with the fact that after rook c1,
It's not clear for
I
you
think slowly, black's advantage is dissipating.
That he's got a pawn.
From a
He's
different
got a
dimension.
pawn in his pocket.
He does have a pawn, but he doesn't have mobility, his mobility.
I'm thinking rook e8. I was thinking rook e8, rook c1, e5, trying to put, and there is an a7 pawn also hanging, but rook e8 finally played.
Regardless of the position he gets, he's always happy.
You have to be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Yes. Okay.
Also, I think at some point White is going to consider taking on a7. I don't think directly, but at some point.
And there is a rook
Shall I do
d4
this or do
potential.
That is
Rook
the
d4,
question.
rook e1.
That is indeed the question.
Keeping some pieces on the board, maybe trying to get
Maybe I
a
should do
king-side
this
attack.
or that.
He seems to be going
But
for
if
that.
I do this, will he do that?
He was reaching.
Okay.
He is going for it.
He was provoked.
Queen to f6, now rook to f1.
Oh, I didn't one extra?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ah,
Wait, you
Levon
did
getting
one
in
more?
an extra move.
Yeah, you need to play one more move. Wait. I played mine.
Right, so you have to
This great move. Did you see this if you want?
Trying to figure out the rotation.
I'm not trying to take on e7, but I am kind of trying something else. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not as great a player as you are.
No, but there are some ideas. Ah, see, he got scared.
Levon's ideas are indeed frightening.
Now we have passed pawn, a better structure because we're lacking a pawn, so the structure generally is better the less pawns you have. So. Quotable.
We need some clarity.
Wesley just traded
queens.
Yeah, I mean he wants to draw. What can I do?
Lev seems to be redefining the way we think about chess.
Exactly. And not in a good way. Explaining that because he's a pawn down, the structure is improved.
Yeah, you have more open files, the more
And-
pawns you give away.
And less chances for a weakness
She's
because
okay,
they're gone.
won the match.
And the queens have been traded. It's usually a sign you don't have to worry about checkmating attacks anymore, and it's all about endgame play. Good move, h5, like it. Put the majority to work. Push him, baby. f6, king f7. Wesley seems to be enjoying his position. Vichy less so.
Serious, even though the match is clinched, Team Rex wants to get that 2.5.
There's just no hope for you.
Well, it was what Marie said yesterday, you know, you won the match,
Five, yeah.
but you don't want to lose the final game. It leaves a sour taste in it.
What foundation win?
Hikaru losing the final game of the tournament he won.
The sour taste that goes away with history.
Yeah.
And that actually, that last game between Hikaru and MVL allowed MVL to bridge the gap with Magnus. He's only 3 points away from him in the live rating list.
Wow.
In Blitz. 39 if I'm not mistaken for Magnus, and 29-36 for MVL.
Well, I must say it's great to have Magnus back in town. I mean, he's a huge draw here in the Central West End. And just palpable excitement in the air here at the club with his presence.
Now that your wife's gone, smile is gonna light up the room? Magnus just has such an incredible smile.
He does. He does.
As does Yvette.
I'm putting a lot of pressure on Fabian. Your little, almost 2-year-old now. He's got a gorgeous smile. Especially when I gave him that chocolate chip cookie yesterday. I mean, it was a bonding experience, especially when he bit my finger. Rook c7.
I want to see a d6.
Settling in for C-file counter, play down the C-file.
Peter, you finally had a chance to play in one of these and not be a commentator. Now that the experience is almost over, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think I played in definitely one, maybe two of the previous ones again. So yeah, but somehow I think I dragged the team down a little bit. But this game we're in control. Sadly, it's only a consolation game. But
Rex, we're hearing a beeping happening. I think. On the harmonium.
Time to resign?
Yes, indeed. You did play. I remember now. Not after as a commentator though, but instead just as a player in the event. The 2 times you played in the Sinquefield Cup. So, do you feel like your commentating skills might have dragged down your playing skills?
I feel that maybe this display kind of explains why I'm these days not considered to be a great team player, because I get too nervous and too worried about letting the side down, which ends up letting the side down. But
and Levon's trash talking didn't affect you?
No, I have met him before, so this
not news.
No.
Some great
ticking down right now.
Well, now that the pawn is on d6, there is a lot of light squares around him.
Team Rex's position looks like it's slipping away.
And their clock. Look at
and
that.
Grischuk is
Grischuk deep in the tank. And look at Peter Svidler. It seems like it's impossible for him to have an interview without having some insights of great philosophical import. I love it.
That his fear of dragging the team down leads to dragging the team down.
Now he's going to corral around that pawn, bishop d7, king to e6, and then he's going to try to invade on the c-file, or potentially get his majority going with f5 and e4.
Yeah, definitely the bishop is a great blockader. And the king is far more active on e6 than d7.
Maybe even rook to h8, rook to h5, rook to f5 could potentially be an idea.
Well, one of the things I love to do before doing everything is securing and batting down the hatches. I love this move, g5. No h4 pawn weakness anymore. And this looks like a technical victory in store here for black.
As the Sinquefields prepare to jump in. Next move, I believe.
And that's why the bishop is such a great blockader. He can just jump out as well. Bishop b5.
They should be jumping in right now.
Jumping in
right now.
Rook e3 with trepidation.
But the Super GMs want to keep playing. And here we have it. Rex Sinquefield and Randy Sinquefield are at bat.
And Rex is ready to double the rook. You taught him to double the rooks on the seventh,
We
right?
have looked at that,
Yeah.
but not under such pressure.
Exactly. But he knows all about those checkmating threats when the rooks get down. Ooh, he moved the bishop.
Take the pawn.
And pressed the clock with the other hand. It's generally considered not good tableside manners, let's say. Ooh, I think there's some bishop. Ooh, Randy. Oh, but there's no d7 doesn't
No d7, there's
work.
that bishop protecting it. And it looks like Randy has lost on time, actually. There we have it.
So
Rex has come back and he's got bragging rights for the last game. The final score 3.5, 2.5. Final thoughts, Rex, on the match.
It was tense. And Randy played well. Everybody played well. It was exciting. Too exciting.
Randy, it didn't matter much, but he did catch you in the last game.
Yeah, I'm not playing well in time trouble. I don't think I've ever found myself in that position before. So 2 major blunders with seconds on the clock. So I'll have to work on that.
Are you blaming your teammates for that?
No, not at all. No, that was me. It was all my blunders.
A final thought on the match, Vichy. It's always a fun match every time this year.
I think Randy shouldn't take the heat for this one. The position was pretty bad when we gave it to him. So. But, no, great. And he's really worked on his chess. So that's really good to see.
He gets better and better. Well, we had a fun year, everyone. Hope you did too. Ultimate Moves, all these great players before the Sinquefield Cup, which will start in a couple of days.
Thank you, Maurice, and thank you, players. That was a fun outing.
Especially
Very nice.
the last 3 games. I kind of feel like the first few games were like a warm-up, and they played so well in those like last 3 or 4 games.
There's the final result.
But that is the final result. Randy has won after 3 years where he lost. He came back. Rex Sinquefield. Tough to lose, but he's also proud of his son.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the 3.5, 2.5 score, I think, basically best reflects how competitive the match was, but it was just that they got in such a hole at the start. Final match thoughts, Christian?
Well, I had a lot of fun being here with you guys and letting Maurice take the live action for once. And yeah, what an exciting match. Randy definitely came prepared for this one, and the results show. So I'm looking forward to Sinquefield Cup, the next one, the big one, and we're going to see a preview of the match in November on August 25th. So stay tuned. Thank you very much. And Yasser, it was a pleasure, as always.
As always.
And for once, I think the games from the Ultimate Moves, especially the openings, we might actually see them in the Sinquefield Cup.
Okay.
There was some high-level openings there. But first up for the Sinquefield Cup festivities is going to be an opening ceremony that will be live-streamed tomorrow. That's going to be at 6:30 local time here on St. Louis, so 7:30 on the East Coast. August 17th, Sinquefield Cup will kick off. Do not miss it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.